Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations to get your power year number in the information box below, or gone onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com, where the calculations also can be found to get your power year number. If you've done all that and concluded you're a power year number 5, then you are at the right place. This is a reading for power year number 5, who is in the month of 1. The month of 1/5's new beginnings for you. So let's take a look and see what's happening. Let's just review these numbers for a moment. If you are in the power year number 5, it's about change. The biggest deal with the number 5 is change. And it might just be, it could be your choices. You might make choices just to change your hair or change something bigger than that. Or it might be the universe's choice to change something up on you, to push you into a different direction. And with that in mind, we are going to be reading your cards today for job, for love, and for whatever your final question is that you decide. Now, there's more facets to 5, but if they come up, I will enlighten you to that. You're in the month of 1, and the month of 1 is about new beginnings, so you may have a new thought or be starting something new. Or you might have to stand apart from others, and you may have to stand up for something that doesn't really sit well with other people because they want you to think what they're thinking. So let's take a look, 5s. Let's begin, and let's take a look at 5s who have a job. Then we're going to take a look at 5s who are looking for a job. 5s, anything that is said in this reading that fits your situation is meant for you. But I do like to break things up and try to make the questions I'm asking more specific so that it's easier to follow, because this is a general reading. But I don't want you to be thrown if I give information to people who are looking for work and you're like, no, that describes my situation exactly. Then it's for you. All right, that said, and I hope I didn't confuse things worse, let's take a look at 5s who are working. And let's take a look at what's happening. How you're feeling, how you're being perceived in this month of L1. Okay, very good. This is a kind of a confusing read, 5s, and it looks like you've made a decision of some kind, or you know that you have to make a very, very big decision in this month of May, and you're really not sure which way to go. And I feel like you're trying to write your utility list of, well, if I do this, these are all the good and bad points, and if I do that, these are all the good and bad points. So what do I do? And I feel like it's bringing you a lot of anxiety and a lot of even depression or insomnia. What do I do? What do I do? What's in the future? What do I do? What do I do? I just do feel like in this month of May, whatever this is, regardless of how much you get involved, it's going to come to a head. And someone else is going to take things into their hands if you don't take them into yours. So a suggestion is, in this month of new beginnings, is to kind of make this decision already in May, so that you can implement it and try to push it in a direction that you want it to go before somebody else takes charge. There seems to be an audience here watching or waiting, and this might be something that really comes down to you and one other person, just in case you didn't know that. And it looks as though you can sit back and you can just wait and you can see how the chips fall. But if the other person, or if there is more than one other person involved, gets to something before you, you may lose out. So I feel like you do have to kind of face this and make a decision one way or another. It's kind of carried over from last month, which is that month of endings, but you're in this month of new beginnings. So something's cooking. Make it clear out there what it is you want, fives, if you have that situation happening. Okay, we're going to shuffle this same deck, and we're going to look for fives who are looking for work, who are interested in maybe something different, something new in this month of new beginnings. Okay, I just want to get some different cards here. Okay. All right, that's interesting. You know, it looks to me, fives, like there's been some conflicts or let me use this as an example, fives, okay? Say you had a conflict at a job and you either stayed with that particular position and you made it up, you know, you made up the time that you felt people were doubting you, or you felt conflict was around you, and you felt like, you know, they know me, I may have made a mistake, or there was an altercation or a problem, but I've been there 8 months since, or I was there for another 8 months and I did a good job, and now I want to ask for something better, like a promotion or a transfer, or I need this company for a reference. Now, if I use them for a reference, are they going to sneak in that, well, you know, they did have a problem with blah, blah, blah? And the answer is no. I feel like you have a clean slate and a new beginning moving forward in whichever direction you choose to go. And the advice from the cards is to go ahead and use your instincts and connections and whatever else you've thought of to make this change for the better for yourself. The universe says yes, it is enough time between now and whatever unsettling thing had happened to you in the past. And that could be in the recent past or the long past, because this is a general reading and we're talking to a bunch of fives all at the same time. It is a time for change. It is a time for adjustment. We can see that in the reading that those things are happening, but you have the luck and benefit of being in the month of new beginnings. So it is time to move on from past sins or preconceptions about, oh, I can't go for that job because they won't take me. Oh, I can't go for that job because of this, or this, or the other thing. It's new beginnings, fives. So go ahead, put those feelers out during this month of May. It looks very good for you. And in June, you will be going into that month of 2, which is working with others. So you're doing really good. You're really at a good place, and you have good cards for that. Let's take a look now, my fives, my precious fives, at relationships. Ooh, let's see what's going on there. Fives, another thing about this year, 2020, is that you're looking for some adventure. You're looking for some fun. You're spreading yourself a little thin, perhaps, but it's the year to do that. It's just that year that you might be doing that for whatever reason. Okay, let's take a look at fives who are in a relationship. Okay, there's a little conflict there. Okay. Fives, it does look like there's been some kind of major conflict or collapse with something to do with a relationship. And I feel like you cannot make headway with your point, and perhaps the other person feels like they can't make headway with yours. understanding your point. And I think that you've said and done as much as you can, and I think you do have to bank on the kindness of others getting involved. You have to bank on, and I think you can bank on, because that's what the reading is saying, that their good friend or their parent or someone like that will speak on your behalf. You do have friends out there in a way who will level with this person that you're involved with and let them know a different point of view that could actually kind of work for you and on your behalf. If this hasn't happened yet, as you listen to this, this is a reading for May. Even though in your past area it is the fall apart, have a big fight, break up, somebody gives somebody an ultimatum of some kind. It is kind of in the past. It still could be in the beginning of May, and then you have to face this and figure out, well, what do I do? And it looks like you need advice from others, and it looks like they need advice from others, and then you'll come together more in June, probably to work together. 2 is a number where you work together, and that's your month for June. So there might be some upset in an established relationship for you fives in this month of May, for some of you. Now we're going to shuffle these cards, and we're going to take a look at fives who are looking for love, who are looking for relationships and looking for love. And let's take a peek. All across the board, fives, I have to tell you, I think that you're meant to really start anew, and I feel like that's what this number 1 is telling us, this 1 for month of May, because I have some pretty radical cards here for you if you're looking for love. And I just feel like across the board, perhaps, some of you fives may have been very disillusioned in love, disillusioned if you're looking for love, disillusioned in past relationships, not quite sure. Maybe you had a sudden breakup and now you're just looking for somebody to rebound with to get your mind off of the other person. That's what the cards are saying. And I feel like, again, you're being told not the same exact message as before, but a similar one, is that time is going to heal your wounds. And when the dust settles, when some time passes and the dust settles, you will have an opportunity to understand more what happened with somebody who really let you down, or somebody who you really thought this was heading towards. Maybe you were stood up, and maybe you're going to try to meet someone new and they're not going to show up, and then you're not going to hear back from them, and you're going to think, oh my God, you're going to get insecure and feel all badly about it. But when the dust settles, you will find out the reasons why things happened the way they happened, and maybe you had to be single for longer than you wanted to, or maybe it's a breakup, makeup situation we're talking about, where you finally say, that's it. There's something new I have to start this month, is I have to face the fact that it's never going to work out with this type of person, or this person in particular. But the dust will settle and all will work out for you fives. Okay. All right. Lots of action. Let's put it that way. Not a little, but lots of action going on for you. But that is the story of 5. It doesn't have to be negative by any means, but I do feel that sometimes if you're not moving quickly enough, or making decisions quickly enough, or the other person isn't, so that you can really see who they are or what you're headed for with them, the universe is going to make something happen to jiggle it up, to get you moving and get you on track. And one thing I have found, I've really added numbers to my readings because I needed something tangible and more scientific rather than just things that are coming out of my head. So I really trust the numbers. I trust them. All right, fives, let's take a look. Now, if you would just ask any question at all, and that could be a question about love, or a question about a job, a question about any kind of relationship that you have, maybe a relocation that you want to do, anything at all, I'm going to ask what's the best that we can expect from that situation. And it's general, so the hard part will be that you have to tweak this answer to work for your question. Right? Okay. So this is kind of, I'm going to tell you, it's kind of open-ended, fives. Whatever is on your mind that you were asking for, that it is causing you or will be causing you more heartache, more anxiety, more depression, it's on your mind. But I feel like what the cards are saying is the more pressure you put on yourself to have an outcome already, to have an answer, to have it happen, to have it fall into place, the more anxiety and depression you're going to feel about it. The cards are saying that this is meant to be a learning curve for you. And apparently, for many of you, you were feeling better about yourself for a while about something, but you're backsliding. And you can go back to feeling good about yourself and doing the things that were, or remembering the things that were making you feel good about yourself in this conundrum or situation that you're in, or you can harp upon the anxiety or the depression, because the fact is here in this particular reading is that a lot of you are going to be waiting a while for things to work out. Now, if I knew what you were waiting for, I could look at the month of opportunity, and let's just give you a few examples, okay? So you're in a month of one of new beginnings, and it is a month where you do have to stand apart sometimes from others, which could be irking people all the way around, and because we have a lot of angst in your reading here. Now, two, the month of June for you, that's when you're working with someone or working through things, if that helps you at all. And it's an opportunity to work things out, to speak your mind, they speak their mind, and then you see if you can salvage something. That's June. Let's see. June, July is 3, and then August is 4. August is another month, a very practical month to get things done. And that is in relationship as well as work. So it's a very, very practical month where you say enough is enough right across the board about things. And you'll be saying, okay, I'll make it. I'll make the decision. Boom, there it is. And then you go into your month of changes in the month of September. So you're up for changes again. That could be a change in commitment status with a relationship. It could be a change in position. So you have those months coming ahead of you, and right now you're kind of just in limbo land. And according to what I have here, that's where you're meant to be, because in this time of limbo, you will learn more and gain more information about your situation that will help you make the best decision for you. There's a purpose to the limbo. Okay, fives, thank you so much for joining Jemma's Window. If you'd like to know more about me or get in touch with me, please hop onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you. Thank you so much, fives. Until next time, bye for now.